Hello friends, today we are going to learn how to read and write files in Flutter. For this we will create a new Flutter project. Here I am going to have only for Android for simplicity. It will take less space on the disk, that's why I am just having only the Android project. And now our project is ready to be run. So what we are going to learn today and why we need to do is that will be write to a file, then read from file. And why do we want to do read and write? Because we want our data to be persistent within the app, so that once our app is closed and we relaunch the app, our data still exists. Other example is that when you want to download some content, this content may be image, video or audio file from the internet, and you may want to save it onto your local disk. For this purpose we are going to learn those steps that will help you in reading and writing the file. So this is a dummy project, also a hello world kind of project that comes out of the box when you say create new Flutter project. To run this application I am going to connect my phone. My phone is connected now. You can see it on top here, that phone is connected. Now I am going to launch a remote desktop application that will bring my phone screen onto my desktop. Then you can see it while I'll code it. So if I run this application, it may take some time depending on your machine configuration. It may take a minute or two. APK is built, it's getting installed, and as soon as it gets installed we will see it here. Okay, so this application does what it does is that when you click on the plus button, it increment this counter. And now if I kill this application and I try to relaunch, application name is read write with Flutter. Right, this counter remain at 0. What I want in this application is that wherever we stop this counter and we kill the app, next time when we launch the app, our app counter will start from that number. Okay, that is the logic I want to build. For to write a manageable code, we should always create new files for new functionalities. So I am going to create a new Dart file with the name, say, storage helper, class with the name storage helper, because it is not a widget. I want to use this class to help us in read file, write file, these two methods. When we are dealing in the Android or iOS ecosystems, we need to understand these applications are sandbox. What does it mean by saying applications are sandbox? Is that one application cannot read data from other applications by default. There are mechanisms by which these two different processes can talk to each other, but when you are writing the files, each application is having its own space where they can read and write the files. Now to get those locations, we need to use a plugin called path provider. We have to add that we can do manually into this file, or we can use Flutter pub add path provider. This will modify this file and it's adding those changes into this, that we can see it has added this file. Now we have to say pub-get, that we can click here and get the pub-get. Now this package is within our application and I hope it has come. Flutter pub-get. We'll go back to our file and we'll create a method that will return the path. So we'll say future string, it will return a string, method name is get. I will say local path. It is a async method because we are doing a asynchronous task. Now inside this we have to get final directory name, and here we can call get application document directory, where we can store the files. Now because it's returning a directory will have a path within it, so we'll be returning it. Right, now we got the local path. Now we need to create a file, so we will say we'll be returning a file. See why this is giving an error. Okay, and then we'll say future file, because we need to return the file. We'll say get local file. Here because we are reading a file and we are writing a file, so we need to give a name to this file. So we'll say we'll provide a name, say file name, and it is again a async kind of method. And now we can get path local path from our previous method, say local path, right? And now what we can return is a file with local path $local path, this one, and then we can append the file name to it, and this should solve our purpose. We have to import .io to support this file mechanism. Now we got the file object. Now first we want to write some text to the file, so we'll write another method that will help you in writing to the file. So we'll say write to file. What it will need is a file name and a string that we want to write. Okay, now what do we need to do is that we will get a file, so we'll say final file equal to get local file with the file name. Now we got the file, we can write directly to the file, return file dot here we have to await again. Okay, now file dot write as a string and content is text, and if I am not wrong, this is again a future, and this we can return. Now similarly, when we want to say read from file, what we are expecting is a string read from file name. We don't need to provide any other parameter because we are reading from file. What do we need to do is that we get a file handle and then we read from this file, read as a string, that's all, and it will return the file. Okay, yeah. What if you don't have text? Then you may want to write a data that may be just a bytes. So write to file string file name, then in Flutter you normally use uint8 list as a data, and rest you can use as it is. Only thing is that we have to change from string to as bytes, and in that you can provide data. Alright, we'll see. Okay, so it doesn't support overloading in this. Write bytes to file, and we'll write text to file, or simply we can use write bytes to file and read from file. This should solve our purpose. Now we will go back to our main dot, and here we'll see. First we'll save this file. What is the counter state? So set state will get called when counter is getting incremented, right? And where it is getting incremented is that here on pressed increment counter. So as soon as counter get incremented, here we can call our methods. So we had created storage helper. Okay, nothing is coming because we have to create an object of this file. Instead, what I will do is that I will be using static, so that I don't need to create object of this class. Okay, I go here, I write dot write bytes to file, and we go here, file name will say counter not txt, and in the data we can write counter. We will be converting this integer to string and then uint list. So this is expecting a uint 8 list. So what we can do is that from here to string, then from here we can get code units. Code units equal to this, and from code units we can get data to be written, and for that we can pass this, and if it is not coming, it means okay, what it was expecting is the length, but we are having a list, so we can pass from list, and we say code units, and now we can pass this data here, and we can say await, or we can say then, and here we can write print data saved. Okay, we can save this, and similarly when this app is starting and our counter is 0, so what we need to do is that we need to set it up. So we'll say init state, and here we'll read the data. Now when we say read from file, right, it might happen that file does not exist in the first time. Then when we are doing this, it may give us the error. So what we need to do is it handle that error. For that we can wrap the whole code into try catch with 0 in it, and that should solve the purpose. We go here and we say where value, stored value equal to await, and then storage helper dot read from file name is counter.txt, right, and then I hope this can work. Let's see. Update the value of set state counter is equal to stored value dot, here I think integer int dot pass, and here we can pass stored value. I hope this will work. We run this. So now app is running, and for the first time all the values should be zeros only, because we have not changed anything so far. But I see, okay, this is what we cannot do. Okay, then in this case I will just copy, or say instead of copy I will say cut, and will put this value inside the build method for the very first time. Here also we can't put, so what I can do, I guess, let me try it this way. I have this, I am not using this, but what I am going to do is that using the then here, and as soon as I got a value, I will do this from here, and this will be value, and this should work. Let's see. We'll check the file name again, counter.txt. So here we see the error, file system exception, cannot open file because no such file or directory. That is perfectly fine. And now we increment this to 1, and here it says data saved 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll kill this app. Okay, now we will relaunch, read write, and we'll see from where it's coming, the value. Okay, we missed something. Must return a future state must be a void method without an async keyword. Okay, I think code is not synced properly. Let's rerun this whole thing, because this should not impact how the init state should be, because it is in the future. Otherwise we could have got the compile time error itself. Yes, you see the value starting from 5. Now I change it to 10. Okay, now I kill it from here, relaunch, value should have the value of 10 at the beginning. Yes, so this is what I wanted to show to you, how you can read and write the data to the file. You want to refer to this file, go through it multiple times. If you don't get it, if you are having any queries, you can just post it on the YouTube. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Bye bye.